Propagation refers to how radio waves travel through the atmosphere and how it's influenced by factors like solar activity, ionospheric conditions, and the time of day. Having a deeper understanding of how propagation works can help you when you're looking for that new country or wanting to increase your score in a contest. It can also help with your overall enjoyment of our hobby. There are a number of tools to monitor and report propagation in real time, and in today's video, we'll cover some of those tools including VOACAP, beacons, the reverse beacon network, and others, and give you a 30,000-foot view of each of them. Voice of America Coverage Analysis Program, or VOACAP, is a free, professional-grade propagation prediction tool that covers 3 to 30 megahertz. It was originally developed for the Voice of America shortwave service. VOACAP predicts how well HF signals will travel between 2 points over a geographical area using ionospheric models. With this tool, you're able to define things like your location as well as the location you're interested in contacting, your output power level, type of antenna you're using, as well as the antenna at the receiving location. VOACAP considers things like the time of day and year, solar conditions, sunspot numbers, the solar flux, and where we are in the solar cycle. It'll show you coverage maps and charts with the best frequencies to use based on the time of day. It can also give you predicted signal strength based on your output power and antenna. Overall, this is a very powerful tool that can help you be more successful on the air. Next up is the NCDXF IARU Beacon Project. In 1979, the Northern California DX Foundation began operating its first beacon. It was so successful that the IARU, or International Amateur Radio Union, proposed that a worldwide network of beacons be built. In 1995, the current system of 18 beacons began continuous operation and continues today, although some beacons are not currently online due to hardware or geopolitical issues. These beacons operate on 14.100, 18.110, 21.150, 24.930, and 28.200 MHz. Each uses a simple vertical antenna. Each beacon transmits at a specific time, starting on 20 meters, and then moves up each band. It transmits its call sign for 10 seconds along with 4 dashes, or DAWs, that decrement in power starting at 100 watts, 10 watts, 1 watt, and 100 milliwatts. Each station transmits its call sign at 22 words per minute. Even if you can't copy CW or copy that fast, you can look at their website and know which beacon is transmitting and what band is currently on. There are also apps for iOS and Android as well. In 3 minutes, you can get a pretty good idea of what propagation conditions are like on a single band in every direction. And if you follow a single beacon from band to band, you can find out in 50 seconds which band currently has propagation conditions in a particular direction. There are a number of CW beacons that are operated by individual hams as well. In the US, most of these are found on the 10, 6, and 2 meter bands. Transmissions vary, but typically you'll hear CW with a group of Vs followed by a call sign with /B after it with a grid square. These may also be followed by several DAWs. On 10 meters, beacon frequencies vary based on IARU region, but you'll find most between 28.190 and 28.300, with the majority being in the lower range. On 6 meters, beacons typically operate between 50 and 50.08 MHz, with US beacons operating between 50.06 and 50.08. On 2 meters, you can find them between 144.275 and 144.300. There are also beacons on higher frequencies as well, all the way up to 10 GHz. The Reverse Beacon Network, or RBN, flips traditional spotting on its head by using automated skimmers. They employ software that decodes CW, RTTY, PSK31, and PSK63. Instead of hams manually reporting what they hear, RBN stations listen continuously and upload spots to a central database. These skimmers use wideband SDR receivers to detect call signs, signal strength, and frequency, giving you real-time information which may also help identify an opening. Hosted by DXWATCH, the reverse beacon network operates SDR receivers that listen to the ham bands from 630 meters up through 2 meters. You can also track your antenna performance by calling CQ on CW. Additionally, RBN data is utilized by the scientific community for research. It also does POTA and SOTA spotting as well for CW. I'll sometimes use it when I'm doing a Parks on the Air activation to track how well I'm being heard on the band I'm operating on. This gives me a good idea of how well my station is performing and if I should consider making a band change. One tool that I found recently that uses RBN data is the RBNMAP app from K5OHY. This online tool allows you to use either downloaded RBN data or it can download a specific day's data directly into the app from the RBN site. From there, it will show you a map of the RBN stations that heard your signal along with the timestamp and your signal strength. I'll leave a link down in the description. DXMAPS.com is a great way to see if a band is open. You can select bands from 2200 meters up to and beyond 440 megahertz, including FM Broadcast DX and others. DXMAPS gets its data from the RBN network, DX Cluster, PSK Reporter, and Whisper, among others. The plus button on the top left corner of the screen allows you to zoom into the map so that you can see individual call signs. This is a powerful tool that will show you if a band is open at a glance. Still, another way to see if a band is open is to tune the FT8 frequency on the band that you're interested in. For example, sometimes I'll look at 50.313 to see if there's activity on FT8. If I hear a lot of strong stations, that's a pretty good indicator that that band is open. You can do the same thing on other bands as well. Here are two other things that, while technically not propagation reporting, can still give you some insight. DXWATCH is a web-based DX cluster that shows real-time DX activity. It allows you to define filters so that you can look at the band you're interested in, look for an individual station, zone, continent, etc. DXWATCH also shows spots from 630 meters all the way up through 13 centimeters. While this is not technically a propagation tool, it can show spotter observations with notes like heard in Ohio via FT8. Whisper, or Weak Signal Propagation Reporter, is a protocol for low-power beaconing. Typically, transmissions last for about 2 minutes, sending call sign, grid square, and power, typically in the milliwatts. These signals can be heard down to -28 dB. Each of these tools, from beacons to digital reporters, can empower you when propagation seems to be unpredictable. Whether you're chasing DX on HF or looking for that elusive 6-meter or VHF opening, these tools can open up opportunities that you might have missed otherwise. Hey, thanks for watching today. I'm Michael, KIAR. We'll catch you on the next one.